What is up guys, welcome to CJ's Vlogs and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the F8 Tributo. So here we have it, the Ferrari F8 Tributo, our second latest addition to the market. This car was launched at Geneva Motor Show this year and now stands before us. This is a launch car, so interestingly enough, this is the actual car that was on the stand at Geneva. This was also the car that was used to shoot the official video, as well as the car that they used for mapping of the various aerodynamic videos and stuff like that. But this is just an incredible spec. It's Rosso Scuderia over narrow interior. The car's got the optional diamond cut wheels in a matte finish. We've got black calipers, complete carbon exterior package, and you'll see in a moment complete carbon inside as well. The carbon on the outside of this car is finished in gloss carbon, which is nice because it works very well with the paintwork, whereas the carbon on the inside is finished in matte, which works very well with the leather and mixed Alcantara interior. As you can see, it is one of a kind, beautiful machine. This car's styling is actually inspired by the 308 GTB as well as the Ferrari F40. The 308 relating to the four rear ring lights, and the F40 to that Lexan rear windscreen. Absolutely beautiful. Now, why is it called the Ferrari F8 Tributo? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tribute to the motor that is actually in this car. That is the F154 3.9 liter twin turbo V8, used in a lot of other cars such as the 488 GTB, the 488 Spider, as well as the Pista. This is actually on par with the Pista's performance. This is 720 horsepower or 530 kilowatts and 770 Newton meters of torque that propels this car 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.9 seconds and 0 to 200 kilometers per hour in 7.6 seconds. You can absolutely imagine how quick that is. 7.6 seconds, the average hot hatch takes to get to 100. This car is doing 200, and the styling of the front is just absolutely incredible with that front nose S-duct. Obviously all the front nose is covered in carbon fiber. Absolutely beautiful. The S-duct is an innovation brought to you by the 488 GT series, as well as first used in the 488 Pista and 488 Pista Spider. Beautiful, beautiful car. This will top out at 340 kilometers per hour, and our first units should be arriving early next year in 2020. But absolutely incredible. This is the successor to the 488 GTB. Let's have a look around the exterior. Okay, if we have a look inside, it still has the key very much used in the 812 Portofino and Pista. Unlock it, classic Ferrari tune. Open the door. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start with the passenger side, and I'm going to start with the door panel because I have seen on Instagram that certain configurations around the world have leather and Alcantara mix. This is beautiful because you've got your full carbon door panel, you've got an Alcantara center, and you've got a leather top, and that combination of texture and look is just incredible. This car has Rosso stitching right through the car, but this matte carbon looks incredible. On the door panel, you're greeted by this sill kick. That is a full carbon sill kick, a very nice feature, also shiny because that's sort of part of the outside of the car. Let's get inside. Now inside you can see that the top of the dash is finished in narrow leather and the bottom in narrow Alcantara. This is a more sporty spec with all of the carbon fiber. This car has the narrow and with the Alcantara and the carbon fiber, very much a sporty spec. Full carbon fiber inside, so every piece of carbon fiber you can spec on the interior is spec'd on this car. If we turn our attention to the carbon racing seats, this is an option on this car. Full carbon racing seats. These are manually operated because the whole idea of having these seats are that they are to save weight, and you can see that they're incredible to sit in. This is the large size seat. Now, a beautiful thing about the seat is that it holds you really well, and it has the starlight fabric that's inside. So essentially at the factory they take a silver piece of fabric, put it underneath a black fabric, and they punch holes through the black fabric, so you get the starlight 3D fabric look. It's absolutely incredible. And this car has the CLDT in Rosso, a beautiful spec. If I show you behind the seat, you've got full matte carbon fiber, and that is just gorgeous, and you've got that incredible view of the engine as well. On the inside you will see that this car is also fitted with the passenger display. If I hop inside here, and let's just close the door for the sound, and I just click, this car is left-hand drive, remember it is a launch car. I just click once for ignition, you'll see that all the activations will come on. Let's turn that radio off, and we can just touch the passenger display and it will come on. Now on the passenger display, this was first released on the GTC4 Lusso and Lusso T, then used in 812 Superfast as well as the Ferrari Portofino. Now on the screen you are able to choose various performance modes.
But we want to work.
Now on the screen you can see it has a display off. It has a media option, which if we click there, it will show us what sort of media would be plugged in. Then we can have a navigation option, shows us a compass and where we're going. We have a performance option, which will show your passenger how fast you're going, what sort of gear you're in, and what sort of G you are pulling through the corners, under acceleration and under braking. This is a really cool feature. And if we go to the Manettino setting, you can see that the Manettino is currently in race. But if we change it on the steering wheel to sport, we can see it changes here. Let's change it to wet, and you can see that actively changes as we go through the various modes. Now this car does have a mode of race, CT off and ESC off. Those are excellent modes. ESC off recommended for track use only. Now in race mode you have something called Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer. And what that does is it allows you, it works with the side slip control. It allows you to explore the limits of the vehicle, and that is just such an incredible feature on this car. Now, again, as we continue, I would say let's look at the central tunnel. You can see that the door panel here has Alcantara. The underdash has Alcantara, as well as the central tunnel, which is a really nice feature. It's a really nice texture fitted with this matte carbon fiber down the central tunnel, as well as matte carbon fiber details through the dashboard. And we have the carbon fiber driving zone, which is the paddles, the steering wheel, as well as a little carbon fiber ring around the speedometer. Now down here you've got your USB ports for your media, a nice little handrest here. Obviously this would be the sort of view if you were in a right-hand drive country, but let's hop into the driver's seat and see what it's like. Now that we're in the driver's seat, you can see you get a really nice view of all the carbon fiber. Always remember that Ferrari's cockpits in the sports cars are a little bit more sport orientated and more focused on the driver, whereas the cockpits in the GT are sort of shareable between the passenger. This car is fitted with the Matrix LED headlights as standard, which is an incredible new feature. Really makes the lights stand out. You can adjust those over here. Over here you've got your cruise control and your pit limiter as well, which is a very cool thing. Here you can adjust the mirrors and fold them. As you can see, the door panels are just absolutely incredible. This is the new steering wheel. This is the steering wheel that is used in the 812 Superfast, in the Portofino and the Lusso. But for some reason, when you put your hand in the steering wheel, it just feels like it's a little bit tighter, a little bit smaller, definitely tighter and smaller than the GTB, and that adds to the sporty feeling, and you can really get your grip nicely around there. You can see you've got your two TFT screens, one for your performance settings, your temperatures and your voltages, and then the other side for your infotainment and stuff like that. This car does have a giallo tachometer that is free. You pay for colors like white and aluminium. Black is also a standard, and you can also get a red tachometer, which is also very cool. I like the yellow because that works with the yellow elements on the steering wheel and also with the badges on the outside. As you can see on the steering wheel, it is driver focused, so you can have your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road, use your indicators, adjust your suspension for bumpy road mode, engine start, engine stop, your phone controls, your Manettino, which controls the sport modes on the car, as well as your wiper modes, which is incredible, and you can really get up behind somebody, give them a flash, tell them to move over. But yeah. So this is a truly incredible car, a very nice place to be, and I think many owners who are going to order this or have ordered it around the world are going to truly enjoy it. It also sounds so unique. As you know, every Ferrari sounds unique. No Ferrari sounds the same. Another detail I forgot to mention is actually this is code FLMA, which is the floor mats with the embroidery on them, and they look really good. It's a nice touch to this car. Last but not least, let's check out the engine. So in the engine bay we have full carbon fiber engine covers, as well as the optional carbon fiber engine manifold. So as standard, the engine would be red, but it is an option to have it in the same sort of look as the 488 Pista. This is the engine covers around it, which make for a beautiful look, as you see as we pan around and look through it. What I must say is the rear of this car, and also the lightness of this rear window, is super light. That Lexan adding to that homage to the F40, and the rear end just looking absolutely incredible. This car does also have the rear diffuser in carbon fiber, and I think if you're going to spec this car really nice, you've got to do all the exterior and interior carbon fiber to really make it sporty and aggressive. What a beautiful sight. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and comment any questions you'd like to be answered. Also, anything you'd like to see on the channel, anything you want to know about the F8 Tributo, and definitely subscribe for more to come. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.